Welcome to the Beautiful Pod. Before we begin this week's episode, I wanted to unveil a special investigative project I've been working on for the last couple of days. And who better than Pablo Torre, a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, to present my evidence to. So before we begin with our wrap up the games, funny hijinks and stories from the World Cup, please enjoy me showing Pablo how easy it is to do whatever the fuck, tattletale or whatever. Just got a text. Okay, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, Pablo Torre. Can I see
Hi,
you,
Adam.
Pablo? You look great.
Thanks.
My dad wants you to come to the wedding. I told you that, right?
I registered. I filled
okay.
out the form.
So Pablo, we got into a little tiff once when I told you that if I wanted to, I could do what you do professionally incredibly easily. And in the last 3 days, I proved that to be true. How familiar are you with Freddy from Germany?
I started following Freddy in the last week. There were all these headlines about him, and that is the extent of my knowledge.
Okay.
Besides, like Waffle House photos that he
took. Would you say that you have Freddy fever, much like the rest of America?
I clicked follow because I will admit that it was kind of like that YouTube video of those two kids listening to Phil Collins for the first time. I was like, I love someone experiencing true American greatness through the eyes of, of an infant.
Like shitty food and so, They don't have Taco Bell in Germany. What a terrible place. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I broke this story in our last episode. I was the first to report on Freddy, and the establishment media hasn't kind of acknowledged that. But who cares? But people are comparing him to Alexis de Tocqueville, right? Who is that, Pablo?
I believe he wrote Democracy in America. He was sort of
I knew that.
A foreigner telling Americans about our own country through eyes that opened our own.
Yeah, kind of coming over here judging our asses, kind of like that guy on the Daily Show that isn't there anymore. What's his name?
You'll have to be more specific.
Trevor Noah coming over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, as you know, Freddy has captured our hearts with incredible posts like this. We can see Freddy's at a Taco Bell. It's a picture. One of the Freddy motifs is he does it from the parking lot, a bleak American fast food parking lot, and then he takes the picture of the disgusting food. And guys, I mean, this has revolutionized social media. Slide. The Waffle House one. Are you familiar with this one, Pablo?
No, this is the one that I chose to follow him on the back of. Yes.
You gave him a follow, a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. Pablo, you gave him a follow off of just had our first Waffle House experience at 1 a.m. Great food, great prices, and friendly staff. 1010 will be coming back. And then what is that emoji? This is some sort of sexual, like he's.
It's the yum yum face. Yum face.
No, this is a gentleman that is with his nose whistling, looking at a woman in a strip club face. And as you can see there, you have the picture of a Waffle House, kind of a bleak, kind of, whatever, Vice style. I mean, that is kind of a Vice. That's very Vice magazine style. And then And then just an incredible picture of a plate full of shit. Okay. Human feces. Okay. So just to catch you up, the audience, for those of you who have been living under a rock, prominent Americans, dignitaries began to take notice. Slide. Hunter Biden, for instance, he said, "I'm jealous, Freddy. Nothing better than an American road trip. So cool." Okay, slide. Transportation Secretary and former Real World Boston cast member, what's his face? Sean Duffy took notice and boosted Freddy. He caught the Freddy fever, if you will. And that, which is shocking because I would imagine he has his hands full cleaning up the mess left behind by Pete Buttigieg, of course. But he said, He said, meet Freddy. He's a German soccer fan in the U.S. for the World Cup, and he's experiencing the beauty of America. Incredible stuff. So just our leaders, our dignitaries, our celebrities, our Pulitzer Prize winners, we are enamored by him. And I have to admit, I was for some time. But Pablo, here's a moment for me to take accountability. Like, I saw Freddy's followers going up, and I began to feel jealous. Okay, because as you know, I'm endeavoring on this experience of making the beautiful pod here for the Ringer network and Spotify, and the family of company, family. What do they say?
Family of networks. The Bill Simmons family of networks, I believe, is what you now currently are employed by.
I've taken a big sponsorship deal with Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, okay? And, I'm endeavoring to create, and quite frankly, I'm busting my ass creating viral soccer content surrounding the World Cup. And I saw this guy just taking pictures of shitty food, doing bigger numbers, and it hurt. I've written some incredible jokes about Harry Kane's inability to read, or that there's a guy named Martin Experience on the Haitian team. That's hilarious, okay? Anyway, you'll make that tighter. Make it can you put some laughs in there? Okay. Anyway.
No, leave that in.
But here's the thing. The more I looked into it, it became clear that there's more to Freddy. And I'm not doing this out of seething jealousy. I'm doing this because it became odd to me. I noticed a couple of inconsistencies. So Pablo, how would you describe his profile picture, the flag in his display name, and then his bio? Why don't you read that out?
The account that has been blowing Adam out of the water in terms of World Cup content creators has an avatar.
He had me in the first half. Okay, continue.
Well, a very skin faded Cristiano Ronaldo looking off to the side, sort of like
the group stage merchant himself, Penaldo. Continue.
Yeah, he's looking sort of like contemplating the Twitter background photo, which seems to be a goal that is surrounded by a crowd of people, like it's inside of some sort of like arena, which is, now that I'm looking closer at it, is
I don't really care about that part.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
And then at his bio is at FC Midtjylland.
What is the display name though? What is?
Oh, his display name is Freddy, followed by the German flag emoji.
The new German flag after World War II. The after World War II German flag. You should clarify. Okay, continue.
Yeah, post World War II German flag emoji.
Okay.
At Freddy LA7 is his handle.
And then his bio.
His bio appears to tag one FC Midtjylland team, which maybe sounds Northern European in some sense.
They're a shit side in Holland.
Very good.
Denmark. Some crap team. Continue, okay?
And then it's I think that's the Saudi Arabian team that Ronaldo, the Twitter bio photo himself, played on. Al Nassr FC. And then it's 4 star emojis. And then no Instagram and TikTok with an X emoji.
So the connection between Ronaldo and Al Nassr is evident. He plays for Al Nassr. But why would a German guy support FC Midtjylland? And beyond that, you'd be shocked to find out that that Ronaldo has never once played for the German national team, despite his certain disposition. Okay. But maybe Pablo, let me be Christian for a second. Maybe he likes Freddy is a guy who likes his favorite foods, much like he likes his footballers, which is past their expiration date. So it's plausible. Okay. Next thing that struck me as odd was when I realized that he never posted any pictures of his own face. Have you seen them?
I was looking for that, actually. I see that he's based in Germany as his geo tag, but I have not seen any pictures of his face, admittedly.
Well,
no.
Perhaps he's simply just hideous or an acid or burn victim, or perhaps he looks somewhat like Angel Di Maria, who used to play for Argentina. Or perhaps it is Angel Di Maria. We don't know. So I'm still open-minded there.
Is that the guy who tore his butt? Did Di Maria tear his butt in the World Cup final in
Back
Brazil?
shots? No. I don't
Okay,
believe
maybe it's someone else.
No. Gary
I think
Lineker
Doris
pooped
Butts.
his pants. Maybe you're thinking of that in 1990. Anyway, okay. Next, why would a sitting cabinet member, someone as well regarded and respected as Sean Duffy from the Real World Boston, boost a European soccer fans post? I mean, doesn't that strike you as odd, Pablo?
It was very produced when I didn't see the tweet. There's like bullet points and a whole like sort of case for Freddy that it was laid out.
Pablo, you and I are both liberals, correct?
I believe I characterize both of us as left of center, correct, Adam?
Ardent,
yes.
dyed-in-the-wool Democrats, right? But we all know that soccer is for Democrats, and things like MMA are for heterosexuals. So why would he be? Come on, okay? That's another thing that struck me as odd. But perhaps they're trying to. I don't know. It's not going well or something. We can cut around that. I'll give you edit notes, guys, about that. Here's what
Leave
didn't
that in
add
as well.
up. Okay. I started going deeper, right? And Pablo, you haven't taken any of my calls, but like people in my family, my loved ones, people that represent me at some of the most powerful talent agencies in the country, including my manager, Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, have told me to stop looking. Okay. And I'm worried, honestly, I have become aware of the fact that the powers that be have been tipped off. I found that there are bugs and surveillance devices in my house. A popular rumor even surfaced like online. I don't know if you saw it, that I pooped my pants on an episode of Cometown.
I was going to say, I didn't want to bring that up. We were talking about people
Character assassination.
Yeah.
They've threatened my loved ones, specifically my father and Bill Simmons, but my two
Your two dads.
Okay, but every lead went dry until I found this, Pablo, okay? Something that wasn't hidden. Something that was out in front of us this entire time, okay? And Pablo, could you please read the tweet that is on your screen right now?
Yeah, from @FreddyLA7. Congratulations @real Donald Trump, period. I can't wait to see Hillary Clinton go to jail, ! November 9th, 2016.
Which is confusing, isn't it? That is confusing. Why would a German, whose prime minister at the time was Angela Merkel, one of my personal heroes, support someone that has been accused of fascism and racism? Okay, like the real. Okay, continue. Cut the laugh. Okay, then I thought to myself,
one retweet on that, by the way, with 2 likes is
he
the
didn't
sum
do
total
numbers,
of engagement.
but maybe he's got fricked up political opinions. Let's be Christian still, okay? 4 years prior, I found a tweet of Freddy's. I'd like to show you this tweet.
Oh no.
Okay, tell me what this tweet says.
@FreddyLA7 writes, quote, Sissy Graydon Carter of failing Vanity Fair magazine and owner of Bad Food Restaurants has a problem, his VF Oscar party is no longer, quote, hot, end quote. March 2nd, 2014.
Posted at 11:06, slide. At 11:07, Donald Trump tweeted this.
Sissy Graydon Carter of failing Vanity Fair magazine and owner of Bad Food Restaurants has a problem, his VF Oscar party is no longer, quote, hot, end quote. March 2nd, 2014.
Okay, but Pablo, we as journalists both know perhaps this is parallel logic, okay? Perhaps this is an anomaly, an enigma wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in a tweet, if you will.
Yes.
I just spit that top of the dome.
Yeah.
Let me refer you to the next slide, then. Oh, can you read this aloud to me, Freddy?
Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Just watch, period. He can do much better, ! October 17th,
Pay attention to the time. Pay attention to the time, 11:47
a.m.
Okay, next slide. Same exact time.
Yeah, 11:47 a.m., October 17th, 2012. Robert Pattinson. This is from @real Donald Trump. Robert Pattinson should not take back.
Listen, I am no Pablo. Sorry to cut you.
I have like a queasy feeling in my stomach. I see this, honestly.
Listen, Pablo. I'm no fan of our president. I've heard him called multiple names, but a plagiarist, I have never heard him called that before. And why would Donald Trump be copying this random German guy's tweets? May I refer you to his next tweet, which I'm not really sure what it's about, but could you please read this to me?
Yeah. He didn't, this is at Freddy LA7. He didn't like the organization or playing for Billy Donovan. His roster wasn't that good. It was just him and Russ.
I don't even know what that means, but it's shocking.
August 7th, 2017. That appears to be about the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Why would he tweet that?
If I had to connect some dots.
Slide.
At 2:47 a.m.
Slide.
At Freddy LA7, my favorite restaurant, ! 7-Eleven in Langley, Virginia.
Okay. Wait, first of all, restaurant. Okay, that's ridiculous. That is more of a, that's insane. Second of all, what is he doing in Langley, Virginia?
On May 15th, 2026.
Okay, slide.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, pay close attention to the date on this. This appears to be, it's what does it say?
May 16th, 2026 is what it is stamped at, 3:12 p.m. And at dinner, do you want me to read the tweet and describe the tweet?
Yeah, and it's a photograph.
It's a photograph of Jeffrey Epstein on a purple couch eating at a restaurant, and he is between, on the left, Alan Dershowitz, I believe, and on the right, Larry Summers, former president of Harvard University and Secretary of the Treasury under Bill Clinton.
How was he at dinner with Jeffrey Epstein in May of this year when we all know that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide? That's a question.
I was hoping for another slide to
slide.
Help solve. Okay, great.
So finally, I saw this.
Stop by work to pick up my check.
Okay,
and May 16th, 26 as well.
This building, I cross-referenced it. Guess where this building is?
I'm going to guess this is Langley, Virginia.
Yes, and guess what the company is?
I'm guessing it is
the company.
It is the FBI.
It is the CIA. No.
Oh, the CIA.
Come on.
Sorry.
Everyone knows that's Quantico, you idiot.
Sorry. Scratch that. Let me pick it back up.
No.
That
don't leave that in.
CIA.
What the hell? Thank you. Yes, it is an aerial shot of the CIA headquarters.
Thanks for editing that for my benefit. Appreciate
Langley,
it.
Virginia. After he picked up his check, he went up in a helicopter or some sort of dirigible or perhaps a hot air balloon and took a picture of the building. Pablo, I don't know what any of this means, but I think that there's more to this story. And I just want to get your advice as an investigative journalist. Like, am I in too deep? One thing I will say is I don't have much time for it because my grandmother, her car exploded the other day, and my family is sitting Shiva.
Well, in honor of your grandmother, I should point out, using every ounce of my personal integrity,
she wasn't a good person. She was not a good person. You don't have. Okay, continue.
Well, nonetheless. I'm noticing that the German flag emoji after Freddy's name and his handle has become an American flag emoji. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be noticing that, but I am noticing that there's...
Pablo, I didn't even notice that. Pablo, you noticed something I didn't notice.
Well, that's my job.
Pablo Torre, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for everything you do in America today. Finally... is there anything you'd like to say to Bill Belge?
Yeah, it was Javier Mascherano who tore his anus. Sorry for disparaging. I don't know if you're going to keep that part, but I got it wrong. It was Mascherano and not Di Maria. Yeah, in the World Cup, he tore his butt.
Did he have a third-party agent that got him to the doctor?
I like to think so.
That's just a joke. That's just it's a joke for no one.
I like to think so.
Just producer Sam. So I'll see you at the wedding?
Yeah, I'll RSVP.
Hello and welcome to the beautiful pod. We're back. Chris, how are you doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
Are you tired, fatigued?
I'm pretty invigorated. I watched 4 matches entirely on Sunday. I watched like 2 yesterday.
I'm bought in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I can't believe it's every time we try to act mature. We try to be hipsters about the American national team.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like a wife that's like he's changed. He's not going to drink anymore. And then we're like, and then we get burned again.
We see one Coors Light.
Cut all that. Okay. I really have been enjoying the games. How many stinkers and clunkers have we had? It's been a minority of clunkers.
No, and it's also like even the draws are exciting. Even Cape Verde gets, brings down a giant with a draw. So it's been awesome.
Yeah. Switzerland, Qatar, a little bit like you could just have on the background.
Yeah.
They're walking it. Fuck them. Fuck them. Bring back fucking Shaqiri, or else I don't watch. Okay, let's go through it. We're going to go do a Chris Berman style lightning round of the games. We'll get stuck in on the ones we like. I think we could just feel it out. If you're like, Adam, who the fuck cares about Scotland, Haiti? I'm going to be like, well, actually, it was the second democratic revolution in modern history, Chris. Okay. Let's get started. The opener, Mexico, South Africa, 2-0. The agenda against the mighty Bafana Bafana. They've clearly or as I like to call them, tried to win a knockout game for once. That's kind of a Chris Berman.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Try to win a knockout. Yeah, it's kind of a more like an Office Space, like Lunder. What's in it? Lundgaard. Yeah. Like Samir Naga gonna work here anymore. Yeah, okay. Tree. Literally cheated their way to win in a 2-0 in the opener at Estadio Mexico City.
This is agenda because I picked Mexico and I was also fired up on Mexico, and now Bafana beats in your heart and you're walking away from this match.
19-man spectacular. It reminded me a bit of 06. Do you remember the Battle of Nuremberg, the 4 red card thriller?
Yeah.
4 reds, 16 yellows, Portugal versus Netherlands. Just criminals. Marc van Bommel kicking people's heads off of their bodies. That's when men were men.
That was
instead
proper
of now
football.
this woke Pep Guardiola era that we live in. No, clearly an anti-South African bias. These are we all saw it right in front of our eyes. No, Mexico. Here's my take. In reality, Mexico is still bad. I'm gonna still rock with that. They had trouble with 9 men. I mean, like, if you're having trouble with 9 men...
Sometimes when people go down to 9, it's like you're playing against a fortress. It's really impossible to penetrate.
Especially when they're the mighty Bafana Bafana.
That's right.
I mean, I would rather take 9 Bafana Bafanas against every other player in the World Cup. I think that they could park the bus. No. But in reality, I just think it was a kind of a crap one.
Yeah. Opening matches are kind of tough anyway, yeah.
Well, unless Shabalala scores a goal for Africa. This was, of course, a rematch of the opener from the South African World Cup. Yeah. And we had that amazing moment. Not too interesting. I don't think we learned much about Mexico. You know what? The way I felt was until the South Korea-Czechia match, no one knew how to pass 4 passes in a row. And then I saw South Korea actually know how to play sports. And then I was like, okay, that's the first proper side I've seen.
It's also after 4 passes, they made them take hydration breaks.
Yes. How are you feeling about this hydration break? I'm saying more.
No, see, I've seen people start to zag and try to make the case for hydration breaks because they're like, sports evolve. We have to continue to add little wrinkles. But like, this is just making these matches like they're breaking down the actual flow of the game, which is goes like completely against like the whole point of the way football is constructed.
Yes, exactly. You could be like literally hanging on for dear life, and in Dallas Stadium in Dallas, Texas, and you know how they've removed all the branding, of course,
yes.
which I love because I hate brands.
The Los Angeles field, yeah.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey. I say New Jersey, in fact. Yeah. That is not that piece of shit is not New York. I'll say that. No, yeah. If they're in an indoor match, you don't need to take a fucking commercial break. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Virgil actually spouted off against it, and then people have been like, it's. You're saying it's cool now that to not do it or to say that it's good?
I'm saying, like, I saw Alexi Lawless came out in favor of hydration breaks and that it was good for the advertising partners and for the players' welfare. But I'm just like, I understand you put a pitch clock.
It's good for the advertising.
It's good for our partners. But I get when you like change baseball by adding a pitch clock because it makes the game quicker and more entertaining. This makes the game less entertaining and seemingly longer.
Well, for the wives, they want to see the commercials, right? It's
sure.
like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lawless is the Tom Myers of punditry. I mean, he's never swished one. It's good for the commercials, for our ad partners, like they're our friends.
Yeah.
It's good for, it's good for whatever. So yeah, first Mexico, South Africa, boring. South Korea, Czech Republic 2-1. That's a proper side.
Sick.
But I am putting Son on Finnish Naldo watch. He missed a couple sitters there, and I think he's been hiding a little bit behind the group stage merchant himself. I think there are a lot of guys I'm putting on Finnish Naldo watch that I'm going to go through.
I don't really know what happens when these guys come to MLS, but they definitely lose a step. And like he looked like 15 steps slower than his Tottenham self.
Well, a lot of people were like getting on his ass because he is yet to score a goal in MLS, but he has like 75 assists. So I don't know. Maybe he's being a nice guy over there. Maybe he's lost his edge in LAFC. Next match, Canada-Bosnia 1-1. Don't care. Said Kolasinac, Arsenal legend. What a clearance off the line. Incredible. I'm sure he meant to do that. Jesse Marsch made some good adjustments. I kind of like that right winger that they brought on. I forget his name.
The one who scored the goal?
Canada. No. He was just he was kind of bright on the. There was a winger that they brought on that was kind of good. Jonathan David, I think, is kind of crap. Jesse Marsch reacted to a game state. He's a good coach, but they're not. I don't think they're very good.
You see Jesse Marsch get tooled up by Clint Dempsey. Did we talk about this?
No, what happened?
Dempsey was like, because Jesse Marsch said that he used to have to beg American players to sing the anthem, and now he doesn't have to do that because Canadians are so proud of their country. And Clint Dempsey was like, I won't have him besmirch a team where I've put my body on the line. I've gotten my nose broken for the United States. I've had heart surgery.
You don't know where I'm from, homie. Yeah. Dude, it was so cool we had a guy like that, like a Texas, like a guy that said partner.
He was basically
me and my partners. Yeah, we had Paul Wall on our team. That's what we were saying when I was talking about swagless. I was like, that's an awesome.
I think Clint should get a roster spot, honestly.
I just want him around the boys. I want him bullying the boys. But that leads us to our first match that I think is worthy of discussion. USA Paraguay 4-1. What's your buy-in meter at right now? Because we went hard. We went we were sipping. We had our pinkies up while we were drinking tea.
It was afternoon tea. Yeah, we were only caring about the three lines. This was really impressive. I don't know. I mean, I think they were bound to have a big night because of the amount of hype going around being like a host nation in LA at the LA Stadium. One of the most beloved stadiums in America. Mm-hmm. I thought that they played really, really well, but I don't know if that was the toughest competition.
Well, I mean, the counter argument, of course, is they beat Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay. They were incredibly defensively stout during qualifying. They only allowed 10 goals. That was what was most. I think we were talking about like how you institute a pressy system in just a 150-degree World Cup. I mean, the answer is you play indoors.
Yeah.
I really liked seeing Pacha's system in practice. He kind of had Tyler Adams covering for a back three, and they had Des like bombing up, and then they were just counter pressing. It was just like their lives depended on it. Paraguay, they kind of, I guess, canceled out like a defensive side that had beat basically real teams, and they did it by just being absolute pests. And like I gotta say, our boy
Flo,
here's another thing I realized in that match: having just a guy that can finish is in the World Cup is you're in a minority.
Yeah, I mean that's like what Mexico didn't have really. I mean they had Quinones, but like it's like watching each of these teams and it's like Son shanking balls off to like the left. It's like if you have somebody like Balgun, it's like you're gonna probably get to the knockouts on that alone. Did you? It's so CP got hurt. I like that we're like now officially.
I think it was precautionary.
CP.
Yeah, CP3 himself, Mr. Tuck in your damn shirt. Pulisic, he looked like fucking Neymar in the first half. He had it on a string. I got to give it to him. He's never not shown up for the Saints. No. You got to, like, in all reality, he's just not cool. That's why we don't like him. And he played for fucking Chelsea. But But beyond that, like he looked unreal. I was like really impressed by like by most of the boys. I mean, like McKinney is kind of just like a kind of a pest. Really, just the press was impressive, but like just the ball was moving. I think my main question about the United States is how does the ball move, and we kind of saw how the ball moves, and we kind of saw a
look at you.
Kind
you're
of
just
a
getting so you are fucking you're an outlaw now. You're like I believe we will win.
No, fuck that. What a shit chant. I believe we will win. In front of everyone else, they have after the fucking Flower of Scotland. After we saw that, like, just do something cooler. Make a better song.
Hey, so
make a song about like a tragedy in Manchester United's past when the plane crashed.
That's right. Gut check. So Socceroos for U.S. on Friday. Is that a tougher match than Paraguay?
In Seattle?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I believe so.
No, host nation bump. I'm like, I am actually like seeing that. Really, I mean, it was that goal, the kid, what's his name? It's like a really beautiful, lovely story. That opening goal, the first goal. The second goal was a fucking banger for Australia. Here's my question, my bought-in meter. Here's my question about the United States. What does it look like when the ball is coming in the opposite direction when they beat the press, when they play a proper side that knows how to pass around the press?
Right, and then
what
it's like Tim Ream in
Tyler
bullseye.
Adams is kind of like just like me first, and then like what happens when the other guys start shitting their pants, and then
right.
I mean, like we did see on the one goal that they got, it kind of did not look like you could see like little cracks in the armor. I just really that was actually the best performance for United States soccer. I think.
Did you see? Did you see this picture of Poach after the game?
Well, I saw the picture of Russell Crowe. The Stars were out in Los Angeles, and actor Russell Crowe from Darren Aronofsky's Noah came on stage and was caught snogging with Florian Balogun. If you want to show the picture. Listen, the Stars were out. The Stars and Stripes were out. And I didn't know that. I thought he was Australian. Okay. You want to go Qatar, Switzerland? Don't care. Get Shaqiri.
Yeah, get him out.
Embolo, we can put him on an Asamoah Gyan 11.
Okay.
That's our little category we're going to keep tracking.
Guys who only seemingly play in the World Cup?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell his life is, but he's a main character in the World Cup. And then one thing that to notice in that match is the Swiss tried to walk it, and then that second they got burned. It was like they kind of didn't take it seriously. It wasn't actually like, it didn't feel Swiss to me, right? It felt very it felt lazy.
That was one of the interesting things, was that aside from Kershaw, like there's just been no minnows yet. Really, like there's been nobody's like, we're just happy to be here, kick the shit out of us, and we'll get down to the other matches we're talking about. But Qatar was like, we're not going to just roll over the Swiss here.
Yeah, I think that our prediction of like having like daytime games in the World Cup be side pass, and guys like being like, oh, we're gonna like turn it on and then turn it off when we want to. That was the one actual like kind of example of like what that prediction would look like.
Yeah.
But guess what? I don't care. Shaqiri's on the team. I don't care. Shout out to Granit Xhaka, my heart, my full heart, my love. Albania's own double eagle. Okay, Brazil, Morocco, 1-1. Let's talk about it.
Can Casemiro still play?
I mean, finished. We're putting him on finished. We're not even putting him on finished Naldo. We're putting him in the retirement community that Olivia suppressed. It's a retirement community.
It's like, but he is on a Viking funeral watch. We got to put him on an ice floe and start shooting arrows at him.
I mean, that he, as a player, we have said that he's dead multiple times. Casemiro is a guy that has had like revivals. I've never liked him, but we have seen that before. I think this time it is for real. Paqueta abject. Honestly, one of my takeaways from Arsenal perspective, I'm sorry, is that Saliba is the best defender in the world. Like Gabriel, not next to. Gabby next. No, I've never said it's never. Come on, no. Gabriel not next to Sleeping. Next to a real Marquinhos, like next to like a world class defender. It looks completely different. But Thiago, I think perhaps maybe the worst.
They gotta play Endrick, man.
Maybe, yeah, and I don't understand why they're not using Cunha more intelligently. But let me make a counter argument to you, my friend.
Let's hear it.
I think everything is going according to plan for Don C. How many times have we said this about an Ancelotti side? How many times have we said
they look
that they're
unprepared?
Cooked,
they don't look
dust,
like they have a
they're
plan.
Unprepared.
Is he even practicing?
How many times? There's no way that a guy that played at Swansea last year and is 35 can score 2 goals in extra time in a knockout. There's no way Don Carlo. No, in reality, nick the point. All according to plan. I think. How many times will this happen until we learn? We never doubt the boy.
Do you like Don Carlo's summer haircut? Kind of high and tight for a man of his age. It was like a little bit of like a crew cut.
He's modern.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like I would compare him probably in terms of pure masculinity to a Paul Newman, or perhaps just perhaps I don't know,
Clint Eastwood,
kind of Andrew Tate. The other thing is that Vinny goal was just was what a hit, but like it was the one thing he did well. Like I think it's going to cause people to erase the fact that he did 15 things that didn't work and he did one thing that did work. But like honestly, in a moments kind of tournament and with a team that is subpar and suboptimal. You kind of need, like, Alexis Sanchez used to do this. He'd like literally just he'd try to do something on his own, like 20 times, and then one time it would work, and he like literally win a game single-handedly.
That's the only thing that counts, is the one that people remember. Yeah.
Right.
I just think it's like
Vinny,
for USA and for Brazil,
we're
not going to be in the same place that we are today in a week. Like, for better or for worse. Like, USA could look like world beaters, Brazil could look like shit, but like, I think that these first matches are real. Everybody's learning some new rules. They're having the new hydration breaks. They're in new stadiums. They're in new temperatures. That everybody's getting a feel for the tournament first.
I mean, time will tell. I think U.S. kind of waltzes in top of the group. I think Brazil kind of has a lot of questions to answer. But never doubt Don Carlo. I can see them getting into not that I can see it, but like I can see him winning the World Cup from a third place bid. Like he's just the kind of guy that can do shit like that, and that's why he's the magic man. That's why it's God, right? Okay, to Morocco, they're like they were impressive to me. I think that. I loved the debut performance for Buati in the midfield.
I know.
The goal scorer, he's one of the guys that I didn't know his name. What's his name, Sam?
Saibari. PSV, maybe Bayern this summer.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think they announced that Bayern was signing him right before he signed. I think that day before he scored that goal, which is so them. How them is that, Chris?
Is Buati going to get? If Buati's going probably to a big club this summer.
They're saying it's Paris Saint-Germain or Arsenal or Liverpool, I think, right?
Arsenal or PSG.
Arsenal or PSG.
Oh,
Sorry.
I just cut full out of the market.
Thanks, guys. And leave Sam in the final. I like Sam's little voice. I like that. Yeah, leave Sam. Okay, it actually sells a lot of jokes. No, I mean I think that they're fun. How they finish, I don't know. They were like doing cool things though, right? Like
they have good players, man.
I
mean, I think that them and Brazil are both going through. This was a tight match, but
they have hoopers. Yeah, but they have a juggernaut in their group, and I think that they're on notice because Scotland is top of the group right now.
That's right.
1-0, Stevie Clark. I was going to do a gaffers section about Stevie Clark, but I'll give you a little preview because I think I'm going to do Stevie Clark next episode.
Okay.
But he said that this tournament is a different Steve Clark, right? Why is it a different Steve Clark? Because he's warming up to instituting a 4-4-2, and he's giving the players time with their families.
So he's joining us in 1987 for tactics.
He's like, I think I'm looking at a 4-4-2, and you could talk to your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, he's honestly he's my whole heart.
What do you think of Scottish fan Boston Takeover? Have you seen the videos?
God, anything that they could be impressed about with themselves about. The Scots
The
are
Scots?
being. No, the Scots are the most pure, beautiful, amazing people on earth. And then, oh God, yeah, look how just and then they're so proud of themselves. Look how we welcome these other white people into our city. Oh my God, congratulations, you freaking the Green Hand. No, I mean big shout out to the fucking song. I mean, that is like chills. That's really what gets you in like footy. But like when you first like start like casually watching it, is like you see stuff like the stadium erupt in like the song that it means so fucking much to all of them, and they're drunk. And actually, can I play you something? I want to play this guy DM'd me, and I just want to play. I told him I'd put it on the show, but I want to give a big shout out to Tommy from Glasgow.
No.
And he said,
Adam, mate, I'm in fucking England there, right, for work.
I think he's drunk.
I can't begin to describe you how fucking shite this is. More than fucking Scotland, my man. Scotland are going to come. We're going to come over your big fucking daddies, man. Come on, son. You're in Glasgow, mate. You're in Glasgow.
Yeah, he said he'd buy me alcohol if I'm in Glasgow. I just want to say, up the raw, come on, you hoops. Okay.
Do you want that
also,
guy to replace me as co-host?
No, I want the three of us to get an apartment together in the Hollywood Hills. Or a house in the hills, kind of Entourage style. I'm the filmmaker. What's his
you're
name?
Billy. Yeah.
I'm Billy Walsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm making the worst movie of all time. Okay, Netherlands, Japan, 2-2. The second half, best 45 minutes of the tournament so far for
Electric.
me. What do you
Watched
think?
it in O'Hare Airport. People were freaking out.
Japan is just, that's my hipster pick for the tournament. I just love them. I love Kubo. I love the way they play collectively, and they, again, like I was saying about the United States, looked like a club team with a philosophy. Japan is the example of that, and
out-Dutch the Dutch, and also have like the Chip Kelly style signals from the sideline with the signs and stuff. They're just using numbers, but Zlatan was like, that's fucking revolutionary. Let's go. If you can impress.
Why has no one figured that out?
I don't know.
I guess in baseball, the world's game needs to catch up to baseball.
Can you imagine how much easier it is to understand a big sign than it is to see Pep going like this 100 times as if that's supposed to mean anything?
Or Arteta just be like press, Gabi. He always says, he shouts at Gabby. He's kind of like he does a Tibbs thing.
Yeah.
When we used to go to Knicks games, he'd be like dive. He'd say one word. Yeah. One fun thing about that match is the Japanese commentary, play-by-play, is now the color commentator is Kaisuke Honda, one of my favorite all-timers. Streets won't forget. One of the cleanest free kicks in the game. And I want to just share some of his comments during the game. First of all, they said when he saw the water break, he couldn't figure out what was happening, and it left him stunned. Right. 10 matches prior in the tournament had been played with water breaks, okay? The moment when the Japanese player, there was a moment where a Japanese player collided with a ref, and he said, give him a yellow, goddammit. He asked the presenter, number 11, he's so damn annoying. What's his name? And then the guy said, Cody Gakpo. And then he goes, upon learning his name, he asked how tall he is, and he said he's 1.93 meters, which as Anglophile or European style guys, we both know what that means.
Sure.
What is that, like 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah.
Whatever. He learned he's 1.93 meters, and he was shocked. He said, a 1.93 meter winger, come on. And then he ranked Netherlands' most dangerous players as Gakpo, De Jong. And then in the 40th minute, he said, watching the World Cup is so exhausting. Has it only been 40 minutes? And then when he liked Dumfries, he asked where Dumfries played, and he was surprised when he found out where he plays. I don't know what that last one was about.
This is basically like watching football with like a dude who watches football once every 4 years.
It's a club legend.
Yeah.
Or it's like a national hero. Yeah. And he's just literally just reacting like, yeah, exactly. Like he's just like
who's the tall guy? He plays for Liverpool.
Yeah, who's that freaking giraffe over there? Yeah, my friends who are Liverpool supporters call him the fucking giraffe. Yeah, anyway, Komen's worst vibe ever, but whatever. That was the second half of that match, I think, was
Did you see
my
the
highlight of the
Japanese
World Cup
coach
so far.
dapped up Komen and was just like, thank you to Dutch football for shaping the world after the match?
What a ledge. I would do that too. Pay tribute. Pay tribute.
That's right.
Okay, Germany, Curacao 7-1. I checked the history books. And the last time they beat a terrible team 7-1 was against Brazil in the World Cup semifinal. Okay, anything on that? Kai Havertz, I think Kai Havertz, good shout for the Golden Boot. I kind of like that. That's a Sam. Germany better than we expect.
Germany's fine.
Curacao,
Florian Wirtz bossed it. Watch him play in 10 for Liverpool next season. Uriel is going to unlock the whole shit. It's going to be amazing. Well, I had to sit through you talking about Saliba being the GOAT. Get out of here.
Versus a tank. I don't buy it for the Prem.
Come on, we can't. We're on the ringer right now.
Yeah.
But continue.
Sam, you're out.
Sam, I just gave you microphone privileges. Continue one more time. Try again.
Verts is too tiny for the Prem. I don't buy it.
No, say it in a meaner, more offensive way.
Verts sucks. I'm done.
A more hateful way of an entire group of people. Okay, Ivory Coast, Ecuador 1-0. CR, take it away.
Love watching guys I hate play for their club that I wind up loving for their national team. That's Moises Caicedo for me. I hate him on Chelsea, but he is an absolute Ecuador legend, played all over the pitch, kicked the shit out of people. But Ivory Coast looks like a real threat here.
Yeah, Caicedo's he's meeting other violent people from around the world, getting new tips on new styles of shin kicking. This is like Comic-Con probably for him.
That's right.
You know where, but guess what? He would have been great in an era where men like Nigel de Jong and Mark van Bommel and Luis Figo were just literally just committing felony offenses in the dark alleyways.
If you and me,
they weren't even getting
and
a
is it
sniff of
Tommy
yellow.
from Glasgow? Like, is that the Scottish guy who called us?
Tommy,
So you, me, and
he's
Tommy
our
move
brother
into
for
a house
life.
in the in Hollywood Hills, and
Yes.
we write a movie about Moises Caicedo kicking somebody so hard he goes back in time, and when he wakes up back in time, he's playing against Nigel de Jong.
first of all, Tommy is the leader of the pack. We have to ask his permission before we do anything. Okay?
Well, he's playing Moises Caicedo in the movie.
If he thinks that's a good idea, I'd be happy to write a movie for him and say, by Tommy, written by Tommy, okay? And have him take all the credit. If he wants to make a new song, if he wants to start a singing group like those twins, if he wants to make kind of, I don't
Tegan
know,
and Sarah?
folk music. No, like the freaking the 500 Miles twins.
Oh, yeah.
What are their names? The Castro brothers, Julian and Joaquin. Why do I say that? Why do I talk? Okay, Sweden, Tunisia. I had to tell you prior to seeing the lineups for the matches, that would have been an I don't care match. Guess what, guys? I'd like to introduce you to a segment that we're going to be doing every episode. First episode, we kind of we discussed it. I didn't say that it was the segment, but we talked about Don Carlo. This episode, I'd like to discuss a man named Graham Potter, a phoenix rising from the ashes, a man who started his career in Sweden, a man who was at Brighton, one of the most attractive up-and-coming Premier League risers. He got him all the way to ninth, okay? Who got a job at Chelsea. And, maybe we go again. He got a job at West Ham. Basically got them relegated. Basically. It's all him, right?
I mean,
he
he only managed
what was
5
Nuno's-
matches for them.
He only managed 5?
5 matches, 1 win, 4 losses.
And now he's back in Sweden, the place whence it all started. The thing about Graham is that he's always, you can tell, he's always been trying to find a way to be comfortable in his own skin. And I refer to you to Brighton, 9th place, 51 points. Let's take a look at what, that was the Graham Potter we met.
That's him.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's Graham Potter.
He's got a training kit on. He's I don't know. He's just really just got out of bed.
It looks like he's trying to
You can
get
see-
kids at universities to sign up for a credit card.
It's more like he's just like, I got it for free. The
Yeah.
clothes,
Yeah.
right? I'm here to work, okay? Tony Bloom needs me to mold his fucking, however the fuck they find them signings. He gets the big move up, Chelsea. The fascistic evil organization. Of course, we all remember he got the makeover, right? We all remember the Potter makeover. He did kind of a James Bond villain style. He got the beard. Ooh, look how it's trimmed. He kind of started brushing his hair forward, maybe a slight Caesar, kind of like hiding the male pattern baldness, and then just the turtleneck blazer. And they were 11th. He was sacked. 7 wins, 7 draws, 8 losses. Okay, then he goes to West Ham. Okay, what do we see here? We see him going back to the training clothes, right? But guess what? He's keeping the beard, right? Mm-hmm. But he still doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with the hair, right? So he's kind of like realized, listen, I wasn't being me at Chelsea, right? I'm going to put on the free clothes that I get from the team, right? Because I don't know what the hell am I doing looking at YouTube videos and watching Hassan Piker videos and trying to see where he got all his clothes. So I'll just get the clothes that West Ham gave me, but I'll keep the beard because I kind of like the beard. It was like good for my jawline, made me look a little bit more alpha. Still, I'm going to go with side part. I think I'm going to go side part. At West Ham, disaster class, 19th when he was sacked this season, 5 matches. Okay, now he's back in Sweden. I think the boy has finally figured it out.
Hell yeah.
He's going training clothes. He's maintained the beard, and he's figured out what to do with the hair, which is put a giant cowboy hat on top of it. And guess what? This is a Carrie Bradshaw moment. Yeah, and then of course they killed the Tunisia coach with a firing squad. But
if Sweden gets to the knockouts, I'll fly to New York and do the show with you live. But we have to wear that fucking outfit. We have to wear cowboy hats.
I'm gonna wear the entire thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear the entire thing with you. Sweden, a team that was lucky to get into the World Cup, but somehow didn't lose under Potter, which is so him. It's so Samantha of him. Okay, next. Spain, Cape Verde, 0-0. Here we go. Shock result. The minnows of island, of kind of Portuguese. Are they Portuguese island of 500,000 people? It's kind of a lot of people for how small them damn islands are, I think.
That's a lot. They got a lot of shocking, dude. These guys are my favorites to win the tournament.
Is Rodri going on Pinaldo watch?
I think we have to put him there.
Let's fucking go! Fuck you! Rodri had what many are calling un disaster class, okay? He had a calamitous thinker.
Isn't that specifically Catalonian that you're doing right now?
I think they all talk this way.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to Ibiza. Okay, yeah, but basically they looked slow. They looked unathletic, and they were also playing indoors. It felt very Arsenal PSG, I gotta say. Heroic fucking performance by the fucking Cape Verde keeper. I mean, it was tears in my eyes. Absolute masterclass.
Pandemonium in Atlanta. Like, the Cape Verde fans were just, like, crying and dancing. It was unbelievable scenes.
Yeah, I think, let's cue the Black Hawk Down music. I think their strategy can only be attributed to one. Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's take that off the screen. Come on, it's ridiculous. I think we can't judge them. We need the boys back. We need the boys back. I mean, like, listen, I'm not going to judge them until they have the best player in the world back. Yes. So this is limited. It was a fun one. We had Cape Verde having fun. There's a guy that plays at Shamrock Rovers. They got a message on LinkedIn that said, "Do you want to play for Cape Verde?" But it was in Portuguese, and he thought it was like a phishing email or spam. And then the coach replied a year later in English, and he was like, "Oh, for real?" And everyone in Ireland's going crazy for this guy. And I don't know. I mean, I just think that this is like one that I could really actually fully enjoy because I want to see Rodri destroyed. He's finished. Go tuck your shirt in the retirement home. Okay. Anything else we got? Nothing.
No. Let's do. Do you want to do any?
I'll give that an
Saudi
incomplete.
Or any of Iran?
Belgium, Egypt. I would just give Big Rom his flowers. What an insane goal tally for Belgium. 90 in 127. That is unreal. My man doesn't know how to not score.
Reverse of Ronaldo. If you're back, you're on Lukaku watch.
Literally. Lukaku is still bagging, but he's somehow also Asamoah watch list. I will say, I don't know where the fuck he's been. He was on Everton 4 years ago. Where the fuck has he been?
I think
Good to
he's
see
still.
you, pal.
Does Chelsea still have his rights? I don't even know. He's on
I think
on loan to
he's
3 different Italian teams.
Minnesota, or he's on some crap.
Napoli.
He's Napoli?
Last 2 years, Napoli.
Who am I thinking of? Who's on Minnesota?
James Rodriguez.
Oh, I'm thinking of Hamas. Can we run that again? Sam, never correct me in front of Chris. He's my new friend. I'm trying to get on the rewatchables and power rank characters from Sophie's Choice. Okay.
Number
All
1
right.
or number 2?
Let's keep going. Let's power rank choices from Sophie's Choice. 1 or 2. Okay, Saudi Uruguay. Don't care. Uruguay exposed 4-0 Adam over Chris in the mud. Real quick, I just need to go on a lawless style rant about Iran, New Zealand. The Iranians were spoiled, entitled, overpaid 300 billionaires waltzing into Los Angeles, saving a point against one of the weakest sides in the tournament. I am sick of Iran. I'm hitting the panic button. I'm going to say 4-1 Chris. I'm out on Iran. They're just counting their 300 billion.
They just went and got on their private jet to go back to Tijuana.
Their private jet to Tijuana. Listen, I used to know that. Okay, continue. Okay, I just want to close on one thing. Chris, you want to update us on we got to come up with a name for it, but like the folly of the England men's national team. Of course, you and I.
Englishmen abroad.
Love Englishmen abroad. Yeah, this is them having a fight in Majorca and getting arrested because they were on a stream. They were on a streamer with enormous fake teeth caught them swinging a punch, and then them getting arrested while they're purple, like they're literally so tan they're purple, and then going back to like Stoke to have a shit food and whatever they. Okay, cut all that. All right, let's just catch up with our boys real quick, and and then we can wrap things up.
Okay, so England have been in Kansas City. They have been having a tough time of it. First of all, they got some of their stuff stolen. There's been a tornado. There's been a shooting near their camp.
Nothing funny about that.
They were practicing, and some guy pranked them and made them sign the Declaration of Independence to see if they would notice, and they didn't.
This is kind of like it's like a Hogan's Heroes. Someone's just doing pranks. I mean, I guess they're the prison guards, but like it just seems like someone's just fucking with them.
Yes,
they got signed jerseys, match boots, signed soccer balls stolen, and most importantly, Harry Kane doesn't have pants.
Also,
Can we show this picture?
They were showing the England hotel, and it kind of looked like a Courtyard Suites.
Someone is fucking with them. I don't know. It really just like. I don't know if you caught this, but notorious homophobe center back Marc Gahey was even tricked into attending a nightclub for individuals that have what is described as an alternative lifestyle.
Is that right?
Yeah. Apparently he was using Apple Maps. I don't know what I'm saying. I really just needed something to end that with. Okay, so I looked into like who might have it out for England.
Okay.
Right? And as I was like, who in the media just hates them? And it's just like, so I just want to go through a couple of clips of what I found, and then maybe
Scottish?
we try to. I'm in a very like investigative mood. I told Pablo. Pablo, by the way, told me that I'm like literally. He wishes he could give me his Pulitzer, and I said nay. I said hang on to it. Let's watch some of these clips and see who has it out for King Charles. A man
in the
who
media do you disagree with the most right now?
Anybody with the British press, usually. I mean, listen. Here's the deal.
The British
when it
press?
comes to
What's
England,
with this
okay?
setup?
Anybody but England this summer, okay?
RG3
I don't care who wins the
Cowboy.
World Cup this summer, but it cannot be England. All right. Can
Next
you
clip, let's play the next
England,
clip.
Who hasn't won, by the way, a World Cup since back in the '60s? If they were to come to our shores, by the way, on our 250th birthday, and they were to win the World Cup, you think the
What
English
a
are
loser.
insufferable now?
He thinks we're rivals.
Can you imagine if they won the World Cup this summer? So it's usually, some
Can we get the
elitist,
next clip?
snooty, snobby type of British press member. So
Okay, let's get the next clip.
There's a
so
lot
I found
of things
another
that are going
person.
to happen this summer, all right? But one thing I cannot abide is England coming to our shores on our 250th
Okay,
birthday,
next
what I feel is the
clip,
greatest
next
country
clip,
in the world,
next
and
clip.
having
Let's get the
England
next
win a
clip.
World Cup.
Visual to so that they can hear you.
Okay.
Behind us, it is being rehearsed, of course, for a little bit later on, and we cannot wait.
Alexis' moment.
This is going to be Alexis' moment.
Well done.
A little bit later, can we talk about James Corden for a second?
Oh,
I mean,
what do you guys call him? Full kid wanker, right, or whatever. I mean,
Oh my God! Cut it! Please cut it. I mean, listen. We could all have our issues with England, okay? Apparently, they did some shady stuff in Africa or something. I'm not really familiar, but to talk about beloved, I mean, just English comedy, fucking like angel James Corden in that manner. I mean, it's just like
Won't have it.
how dare they fucking just take listen, I'm a comedian and we're all brothers of the mic.
It's true.
Okay? Listen, you could come for the king, but once you come for Corden, that is where I draw a line. So I looked into it and listen, Lawless, I think like a lot of members of the media are kind of operating as kind of a front man for something more nefarious, right?
Okay.
So like a lot of like members of the media, like NBA journalism, kind of have like their guy that's in their phone that they're kind of like,
Sure.
Kind of promoting, kind of in terms of punditry. So I don't want to say that I far be it from me to just accuse Lawless of this one man conspiracy to steal Harry Kane's shorts and maybe potentially underpants later on. Okay, so that's why then I went to the old well. The gift that keeps on giving. And I'd like to show you this tweet that I found. Can you read it to me, Chris?
Just ate a fried bucket of shit. Thank God I don't care if I get these shorts dirty.
Okay. And that is from who? What account?
Freddy LA7, at Freddy LA7.
Freddy from Germany.
Yeah.
So
a viral sensation.
Okay, so but how do we know? So listen, again, how can we be sure those are Harry Kane's? Was there a follow-up tweet? Did he clarify how he got those England shorts?
By the way, I stole these shorts from Harry Kane. Pussy.
Just like, I think it's a good button for this episode, Chris. Listen, I've been going a little crazy these last couple of days investigating this Freddy from Germany thing. It just pisses me off that you and I are just putting the work in, day in and day out, making viral soccer content, and then this fucking guy posts a diarrhea sandwich, and even the president is giving him the fucking Medal of Freedom. And I just want to say, partner, even if we don't get our approval or our flowers from the people outside, I just want to say I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man.
So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We will be back on Friday and every Tuesday and Friday until the end of this, whatever happens. We're not going to quit. Guys, we're not. Watching sports is a job now for me. And I don't care who thinks that it's not a job. She can. Thanks, guys.